What's going on, y'all? What's the word? What's the deal? Pickle is everything kosher. I'm glad to be sitting in front of y'all today. Today is what time is 12:40. Couple of hours I gotta go get my daughter from school, but until then, we're gonna make some content. I'm gonna talk to y'all, have a little fun with y'all. Um, and I'm gonna chill a little bit before I gotta go get my daughter. But yeah, man. How everybody doing? I hope everybody doing well. I hope everybody all good. We're gonna do some chatting. We probably gonna chat later on tonight too. Um, y'all can hear my son running around as I'm talking. What's going on, y'all? But we gonna talk about the ways that you could tell a person is not from Chicago. Cause I'm sure a lot of y'all, some of y'all might be in college. You know what I'm saying? And you might hear some people saying they from Chicago, acting like they from Chicago. But there are ways to know a person is not from Chicago, Illinois. Very clear. Very clear. And Chicagoans know these tests and these questions to ask or certain indicators that a person is not from the city of Chicago. Okay, we gonna get to it. But I'm gonna wait till y'all pile in, man. Y'all talk to me in the chat. What's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling, man? Thank God it's Friday. Happy Friday. Hope everybody feeling all right. Y'all holler at me in the chat. I'm finna go send this link to the channel to my dog, man. Cause I want him to hop on. I want my dog to hop on with me. But what's going on, y'all? Y'all talk to me in the chat, man. How y'all feeling? I'm gonna wait till some more people get up in here before I really start talking. You know, but yeah, before I start talking about the subject. But yeah, man. But y'all can talk to me in the chat until I start going on that tangent. That's a fact. If they think 60 degrees is freezing cold, they definitely not from Chicago. 60 degrees, boy. Chicago folks coming outside with a little jacket on. What? Chicago dudes coming outside. You gonna see people coming out the crib. Don't let it be 60 degrees in December, January. Brothers is outside. Somebody might throw something on the grill in 60-degree weather. Yeah, because that ain't cold. Especially in the wintertime, we get 60 degrees. Oh, we straight. If it's 40 degrees in January, February, I'm good. I'll rock with that. But I'm gonna go through this test and this indicator how you know somebody not from Chicago. But what's going on, y'all? Good evening. Good afternoon. I'm sorry. Good afternoon. It's after 12 o'clock, so good afternoon, everybody. It's after 12 o'clock in Chicago. Where you are, it might still be the morning time. Where you are, it might be the evening. But in Chicago, it's the afternoon. What's going on, y'all? That's Carolina. That's those Carolina, ATL, and Florida folks. Can't forget Southern California. Yeah, they think the 60 degrees cold. Yeah, I always say that though. Like Southern folks, like they prefer 100-degree weather. I do not like 100-degree weather, John. Like I said, I would take a 30-day, 35-degree day. My boy, what's going on, bro? I better say I gotta put my boy in. What's going on? My boy Melvin up in here. So I said, I remember somebody made a post like, would you rather have 30-degree weather or 100-degree weather? Right? It was like 35 degrees or something like that. I'm taking 35 degrees any day of the week. And that's because I'm from Chicago. All I got to do is throw on one of them little coats and I'm good. You thought I was from Atlanta? Nah, Southside Chicago, bro. Being from DMV, Mid-Atlantic, we get the best worst of both worlds because we smack. Nah, facts. But what's crazy though? Chicago get hot in the summertime. It be like in the summer, we be getting 95, 93 degree weather. We get all 4 seasons. I think people only know us for the cold. So they don't know, like, it be hot in Chicago in the summertime, but I don't like it though. Like, I'm cool with 80 something degrees. All right, that's cool. When it get to that 90, 100 degree, no. I don't like sweating like that. Like, people in Florida, 100-degree weather, that's for them. That's their thing. They love it. They all good with it. I ain't, no. Not at all. Said the humidity here is a problem. Yeah, that humidity in a lot of them other places in the South is crazy too. Crazy. But yeah, I'm trying to wait for a few more people to come on before I start talking about the ways you could tell a person is not from Chicago. I'm trying to see how many people I can get on. I know it's the middle of the workday, so a lot of people probably working hard or whatever. I'm hoping that those people working hard can like listen to me while they work and multitask if they can. But we're gonna talk about the ways you could tell a person is not from the city of Chicago, Illinois. Because again, I went to college at Mississippi Valley State University. I went to grad school at Arkansas State University. A lot of people be telling people they're from Chicago. They are not from the city. I have a homie that lives in Canada, and I told fam I'll visit him in late June, July. It's too cold up there. Is everyone following the dark trend talking about? What you mean? What's the following the dark trend? What do you mean by that? Is everyone following the dark trend talking about Chirac? I don't know what you mean by that, Ben Baller. What you mean? Oh, we got 11 people up here. We got 11. What's up, y'all? Oh, the Dirk trend. Talking about what do you mean the Dirk trend? You like what? Like elaborate for me. Is everyone following the Dirk trend talking about Chirac? Are you saying am I talking about Chicago because Dirk is like the trending topic right now? Is that what you're asking? Maybe that's probably what you mean. Maybe that's what you mean. If you mean that, no. I'm Chicago all day. I got Chicago pride. I would talk about Chicago if wasn't nobody else talking about Chicago at all. If we had no rappers from here, I would still be talking about Chicago, Illinois. I love Chicago that much. But all right, cool. So now we finna go on it because I'm finna start. I done got 7 minutes in. Let's talk. So people holler out they from Chicago. They from Chicago. A lot of people say that. When they say 127 in Ashland is part of Chicago. Hey, look. If a person ever tell you, first of all, if their zip code is not 606, if it does not start with 606, they are not from Chicago, Illinois. I repeat, they are not from Chicago, Illinois. If their zip code does not start with 606, right? I'm gonna say this too, man. If you ask a person where they from in Chicago, and the first thing they say is, my grandmama lived over there. I didn't ask you about your grandmama. I didn't ask you about your grandmama. I asked where you stayed at, where you live, not where your grandmama stayed. And no. That's what people that live in far suburbs be trying to do when they want to claim Chicago. They're like, we went out there every weekend. No, you didn't. You didn't. And if you did, you still ain't getting the same experience. What's the title of the stream? 100 ways you can tell a person is not from the city of Chicago, Illinois, right? Me and my boy Melvin just got off the phone. We was talking about this. Ways that you could tell people not from Chicago. So we didn't have people from Oswego, say they were from Chicago in college. Or one dude in particular at Mississippi Valley State University was from Oswego, talking about he from Chicago. And I'm like, brother, no, you're not. No, you are not, brother. Oswego, that's far out. There's nothing like Chicago, nothing remotely close to Chicago. We don't even got the same culture, right? But a lot of people do it. If a brother tell you if he say he went to elementary school here and there, he not from Chicago. In Chicago, we say grammar school. Grammar school. That's what we call elementary school. Now, when I reference my elementary school days to y'all. I say elementary school because I know y'all don't know what grammar school is unless you're from Chicago. But real Chicagoans do not say elementary school. We say what they we ask what grammar school somebody went to, right? Um, Real Chicagoans do not say the word soda. It's pop. Okay, I don't know nobody in Chicago who have ever uttered the word soda. That's just not something we say. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't never had a pizza puff in your life, I really got to question if you from Chicago for real. And I know it's two Chicago's, right? It's the Chicago that Vince Vaughn grew up in, and it's the Chicago that Derrick Rose and myself grew up in, right? So I understand, but most Chicagoans didn't had a pizza puff before. You ain't never had no pizza puff, you ain't from Chicago, right? If you call the Sears Tower the Willis Tower, I know you not from Chicago. Nobody from Chicago call it the Willis Tower. We call it the Sears Tower because that's what it's been since we was kids. That's what we've been calling it. I was today years old when I found out other states don't say grammar school, bro. They don't. They say elementary school or middle, like in down south, middle school, elementary school, stuff like that. You know, in Chicago, we don't got no middle schools like that. Our schools in Chicago, most of them run through kindergarten through 8th grade. We don't got middle schools like that. There's only a few, a handful of middle schools in Chicago. We got kindergarten, our schools, elementary schools, or grammar schools, we call it. Our grammar schools run from kindergarten all the way through 8th grade. So that just had to be, right? Now, another way to tell a person not from Chicago, if you hear them talking to their homies and they say they went to the movies, they not from Chicago. Chicago people say we went to the show. That's what we call the movie theater. We call it the show. Now, again, when I'm talking to non-Chicago people and I'm trying to get them to understand what I'm saying, you might hear me say the movies. But when I'm talking to Chicago people, we say we went to the show. You know, when we went to go see a movie, we went to the show to go see the movie, right? If you say, and this is another thing, Chicagoans do not we don't say sneakers. We don't say that, right? We don't call athletic shoes sneakers. That's like East Coast culture. We call it gym shoes. That's what we say. We don't say sneakers. We call athletic shoes gym shoes. You ain't never gonna hear nobody here say sneakers. It's not our lingo. Okay? I got the question if you from Chicago, if you ain't never had an Italian beef sandwich. Because what the hell was you doing with your life that you never had an Italian beef? I got to look at you sideways in funny style. Because it's like you was here, you ain't never had no Italian beef sandwich. And I ain't talking about Italian beef from Portillo's either. That ain't, the Italian beef from Portillo's ain't no Italian beef. I'm talking about Italian beef you get from the corner store, the hole in the wall store that's going to make sure your fries is drenched in mild sauce. That's a real Italian beef sandwich. The bread is dipped. The bread is soggy, is wet. All of that. That's when you ate an Italian beef for real, right? Another way when they say the suburb, right? When they say the suburbs is part of Chicago, when they try to argue up and down, it's still Chicago. No, it's not. And you from the suburbs trying to make that claim. Because real Chicagoans don't be wanting nobody from the suburban areas to try to claim Chicago. No, because their experience is not the same thing as ours. You know, even though I will say this, Dalton and Dalton and Harvey, nah, them some rough suburbs now. Some rough areas and them suburbs ain't sweet at all. But again, 606 is not in a zip code, so it's not Chicago, right? If you see a person go to Harold's Chicken and they get their mild sauce on the side, they not from Chicago. Ain't nobody in Chicago getting mild sauce on the side. Or no. You put the mild sauce on the chicken. Matter of fact, give me extra mild sauce, dog. What is we doing? We ain't putting it on the side, for real. Reminds me of the episode of Fresh Prince got a Philly cheesesteak and homie was like, nah, this ain't real one because I can't see through the bag. Nah, look. For real though, that ain't no Italian. Portillo's, I love Portillo's, right? I ain't eating no Italian beef from Portillo's. I'm eating a burger. I love Portillo burgers, the fries and all that. I ain't getting no Italian beef from Portillo's though. I gotta go get my Italian beef from the hole in the wall store at the corner. That's gonna give me the little Mystic drink. First of all, if you ain't never had no Mystic drink, you ain't from Chicago, because most of our little hood restaurants, all of them had the Mystic drinks up in there. And you know that Mystic drink set off your meal just right. You feel me? If you ain't, that's how you gotta have drunk a Mystic. You remember the Mystic drink, the Mystics. The Mystic was good, boy. That's how I know you know the Mystic. You spelled it with the Y. Yeah, the Mystic drinks. That's a different drink you put with that joint, man. For real, right? You gotta have a Mystic drink with your Italian beef sandwich or your gyro. Now, it's another thing. Chicago people pronounce it gyro. Gyro, people say gyro. Most Chicago people I know in the hood say gyro. Gyro, gyro, right? The lamb meat. I love gyros. Oh my God. You feel me? I used to eat gyros sometime. We used to go to Nicky's on Western. Me and after school, right? And go get the gyro. Now, some people might get the gyro cheeseburger. Yes, people in Chicago be making gyro cheeseburgers. I know that sounds like something that got 3,000 calories, but it's good than a mug. You hear me? So yeah. But another way, if you ain't never been to a juke party, is you really from Chicago? I don't know. 3 wings with mumbo sauce, fries, pepper, salt, ketchup, fried rice, and a great mystic on the side. DC staple back in there. See, y'all know except the mumbo sauce, we gonna say mild sauce. And John, you know, them 3 wings ain't enough for me. I need 6 of them, John. I need 6 of them wings. Me and my girl still argue about how to say gyro. Yeah, some say gyro, gyro. I be saying gyro. Like, that's how I pronounce it, right? If juke party, that's some West Side stuff. Now, they had the juke parties out south, too. What? We was having the juke parties in people's basement. And your homegirl need to be in the basement. Chris Brown take you down. And what's the other joint? Popping. And Pretty Ricky songs. You was getting juked off them songs. What? Juking is when a girl is slow grinding on you, basically dry humping you. There's some stuff we was doing when we was 12. And 12 years, that's some shit we should have never been doing. But this is what was happening in these parties in Chicago, right? In people's basements. Slow grinding, dry humping type stuff. Stuff that I snatch my daughter up for doing that. You know what I'm saying? But this is what was going on, right? You not from Chicago if you don't pronounce the word, like you talk about your father. And people say, my daddy. Chicago people say, my daddy. That's how we say that word, my daddy. You know what I'm saying? My daddy, he from over there in the hundreds. You know what I'm saying? My daddy, he really from the low end. My daddy people from the Robert Taylors. My daddy people from, over east. You feel me? My daddy people from out west. We say daddy, not your daddy. It's just how we pronounce that word, okay? Now, when we're talking about a vehicle, Chicago people don't say the word car, okay? You don't hear that R on that word we describe for a vehicle. We say car. Get in the car, Joe. Get in the car. Get in the car. Now, I just said another Chicago word, Joe. Now, the older people in Chicago still say Joe. But y'all know I'm 31, but I'm really 46 at the same time. I'm a 46-year-old in a 31-year-old body. You feel me? So, I still be saying Joe sometimes, but we go get in the car. Not going to the store. We finna go to the store. That's how we say that word, right? Now, when you talking to a Chicago person, and they telling you a story, and you hear them go, woo, woo, they start saying, we went to the store, woo, woo, or we went to the store, woo, wop the bam, we went to the store, we went in the restaurant, ordered some food, woo, 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 woo. We went to go get some chips from the gas station. We went in the gas station, dude was taking all day, he trying to find out what we need, woo, wop the bam. Woo wop the bam, woo 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 means etc. etc. Okay, that's just conversation fillers that people use. Woo woo woo, woo wop the bam, conversation fillers. They don't mean nothing. It's just conversation fillers. You know what I'm saying? Just like NYC with Yo and DSC with Young. I'm from Dalton, but my family from Chicago. Right, yeah. And that's what be happening. Because people go to, my people from Chicago move to Dalton. That's what happened in my homeboy and them, his mom and them moved to Dalton. When you say what you want, okay. What you own can mean several different things, right? What you own might be what you up to, bro. What's up with you? What you got going on? What you own might be, hey, your ass wild and you gotta relax. What is you on, man? You feel me? Chicago dude say, Dad, I ain't never called my father dad. New Orleans dude say, Daddy. Now, you know, in Chicago, people be like, now I feel I speaks, you know, a lot of young shorties. I don't know how old you are, bro. You know the little shorties when they little kids. When you a little bitty kid, I ain't call my dad when I was like 4 or 5. We be like, Daddy, can I go up here to the what you call it? You feel me? I ain't call him dad till I got older. When you a shorty, when you 6, 5, 6, 7 years old, you be like, Daddy, hey, can I go over here can I go to the park? Whatever. Woo, woo. Now, and the girls definitely say daddy. You feel me too? Now, when you get older, you gonna say dad when you teenager, right? When you teenager, right? But when you a shorty, you say it different. Tone difference is key with a lot of stuff, right? What you on? Now, I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna say this. Now, you ain't from Chicago, you ain't got that 1-day bus pass. When it New Chicago saying when they merch it, Jay. When they merch it, when they put it on something. When you put it on something, oh man, Chicago people serious when they serious when they put it on something. You know what I'm saying? On my mama, on my whatever, on folks in them grave. Now when they put it on folks now, folks is gang banging talk. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know, GD, BD, right? But anyway, now I'm gonna get to the transfer, right? Yeah, the transfers. Cause that's what they was called. It wasn't really bus. It was a bus pass, but it was called transfer. The 1-day joint used to be $5. You ride all day long, 24 hours, right? We used to get the 1-day and go downtown. Now we ain't got no money now. We going downtown just to window shop in the water tower and to go get Auntie Anne's cinnamon pretzels, right? Yup. Now, I said that already, Fila. You ain't had no pizza puff or Italian beef. You ain't from Chicago, and I ain't talking about that Italian beef from I ain't talking about that Italian beef from Portillo's either. You talking about the one from the hole in the wall, right? Yeah, but no, yeah, that 1-day now. You go ride down the Navy Pier, you go ride down to the water tower, ain't got no money in that mug. You just riding around. When my daughter was born, my daughter, when I was 18, my daughter's a little baby. We go down, we on a bus. Having a stroller, we downtown. We get down. I'm just getting the cinnamon sticks. Me, her mama, my baby, we riding, my little baby, we riding, we rolling around up in there, whatever. We ain't got no money. You feel me? Me and my cousin used to get on a 29 State bus, ride the State Street bus all the way downtown. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's Chicago people used to love getting them 1-day passes for $5, right? What else? I'm missing some. I know I didn't say a lot of stuff. I said now, if you get your mouth sauce on the side at Harold's Chicken, you ain't from the city. That just ain't no Chicago stuff to be doing, getting your mouth sauce on the side. We ain't doing nothing like that at all. Trying to think some other Chicago stuff. State and Lakeshore to downtown. You right. First of all, going down Lakeshore Drive at night with a woman is a date, Jay. You know how Lakeshore Drive be looking so pretty lit up at night. You feel me? Lit up, boy. That you didn't have you a nice little. You done went to dinner with your old lady. Now y'all in the car, or something, listening to some R&B music or something, or some neo soul, riding back to the crib. What? It's different. Top tier. DC are different. I'm seeing a lot of similar. Yeah, a lot of similarities, man. A lot of these metropolitan areas be having similarities for sure. For sure. I'm trying to think. What's some other stuff? Now, see, West Side Chicago, some stuff is stable as South Side Chicago versus West Side, right? So a West Sider wouldn't necessarily been, if you from the South Side Chicago though, and you ain't never been to the Bud, if you black and you from the South Side Chicago, and you ain't never been to the Bud Billiken Parade, I don't know. At least one time you ain't been to the Bud as a shorty. Like, yeah, I don't know now. Now, if you from the West Side, I understand because they ain't coming way out south for that parade, right? But South Side, yeah, you from the South Side, you ain't never. You say you from the South Side, you ain't never been to Forest City Mall, you ain't never been to Evergreen Plaza, you ain't been to River Oaks. You ain't from the South Side for real. They refer to guns as pipes, despite the meaning. Right. Yeah, the young Chicago dudes call they weapons pipes. Now I'm gonna say this is an old Chicago fact. If you call it that if you from Chicago, Bud Billiken was lit. My family would post up on 43rd. Yeah, go over there on King Drive. But my grandfather's sister, my auntie, was living in the Robert Taylors. We'd go walk from the Robert Taylors to King Drive to go watch the parade. Right? Now I was about to say something too, and I didn't lost my train of thought what I was about to say. I don't even remember what I was talking about. That is crazy. What was I talking about? I think I was talking about like staples of like the South Side. Like the South Side of the city. You from the South Side and you ain't never, what I say? You ain't been to the Bud, you ain't been to Forest City Mall, Evergreen Plaza, River Oaks. I'm trying to think. It was something else I was saying. If you ain't from Chicago, yeah, Alchemist is definitely a great producer for sure. Absolutely. But yeah, it's just certain ways you could tell a person really not from the city for real. They just be talking a lot. When I went to college, people were saying they from Chicago, they weren't from Chicago. When someone referred to Chicago, I'm gonna say it. When we refer to some of the Chicago areas in the South Side as the low end of Wild Hunt. The low end of the Wild Hunt. Now, yeah, because there's two different parts of the South Side, low end and the Wild Hunters. Now I'm gonna say this now. If you don't make these geographical references when you're talking about different areas of the city, when you're talking about the West Side, Chicago ain't gonna say I went out west, right? When you're talking about the South Side, Chicago ain't gonna say I went out south, okay? When you're talking about the North Side, a Chicago ain't gonna tell you I went up north today. Right? When you're talking about the east side, even though it's really no real geographical east side, it's really the southeast side. But Chicagoans made up the east side, which is close to Lake Michigan, right? When somebody going to the east side, we gonna say they went over east, right? Now, you ain't from Chicago too. We got a Mexican restaurant that's like a chain in Chicago. It's over east. You're going to say you went over east. Now, it's a little chain restaurant we eat tacos from. Now, the restaurant is really supposed to be pronounced one way. But Chicago people call it, we say Pepe's. The restaurant is called Pepe's, right? But we say Pepe's, okay? Now, I think this one is black people all across the world. I mean, all across the United States of America. You remember them apples that apples that would have the caramel coated apples with the little nuts all over it, right? Them apples, we call them taffy apples. Now the thing say Affy Tapple on there. Ain't nobody, I think all black people say taffy apple. Don't nobody say Affy Tapple. Don't nobody say that. Nobody say that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody say that. I'm trying to think what's some other ways you know a person is not from Chicago. I didn't say it if they say sneakers because we say gym shoes here. Oh man, listen, I ain't gonna lie. Maybe it's just me. It ain't just me. Hell no. if you got a problem with your fries being drenched in mild sauce, I'm looking at you a little, I'm looking at you a little funny now. I'm looking at you. You don't like them because them fries gonna be drenched in mild sauce. When you go to the barbecue spots, when you go to how you from Chicago, but you love LeBron. Cause I ain't connect with cause I didn't know how. Cause I wasn't living when Jordan was playing. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? Cause I wasn't living and LeBron was the young dude in my era. When I came up, I was 11 years old. No, 10 when LeBron got in the league. LeBron was 18. I'm riding with the young dude. Let me tell you, the only time I remember watching Michael Jordan was 98 with my father. And I was 5 years old at the time. So I don't got no connection to Mike like that. I know him, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got no connection. I don't see Mike in Chicago. He don't be coming around here. So you feel me? I don't got no connection to Mike like other people would. As weird as it sounds. And I got connections to other athletes who passed away who I didn't see dominate, but I ain't never felt connected to Michael Jordan. I don't know. Again, maybe because of Mike, I don't know. It just, I just never, because I was young. You know what I mean? And I just never felt connected to him. I don't know. Yeah, I think because I was just young. But then I don't know though. Because I feel connected to Isaiah Thomas though. But because I know Isaiah from here though. I 100% connected to D Rose. All the young Chicagoans love Pooh. Because Pooh he was close to our age. You know what I'm saying? I watched Pooh in high school. All of that, you know. What I'm gonna say, it was like, we watched him in high school, elementary school at Beasley. You know what I mean? He was the young guy for our generation, and he from Chicago. Like, Derrick Rose relates to everything I just told y'all. Like, everything I just told you about what make you a Chicagoan, Derrick Rose relate to all of that. Like he say, you grew up in D Rose, Inglewood. You know what I'm saying? So, we connect to that more. You know what I mean? I'm from Chicago. I might get confused. I'm on the west side, but I know the south side like the back. Yeah, facts. You know the south side. You know how these streets go. Yeah. So we always felt connected to D Rose because he was our age. Oh yeah, it said Dirk out. I'm gonna get on that in a minute. Even my son, he wasn't born during injured era, know he's the GOAT. Yeah, I mean, because he heard y'all say it though, Big Mike. That helps too. When your family is telling you something, and the older people around you say it helps to put that in your mind, like, oh, this the guy. Now again, my family was telling me Michael Jordan was the one. And so I got him as the greatest. I got him as the greatest of all time, strictly off of like results, right? But again, I didn't watch it physically. I only remember 98. You know what I'm saying? So again, when I was watching basketball, the young dude for me coming up was LeBron. I was able to watch LeBron whole career, like people was able to watch Mike whole career. So you know what I'm saying? So it's different. Kobe better than LeBron. I disagree, Big Mike. I disagree, brother. I disagree. When you go past Cicero out of Chicago. Yeah. In fact, I think LeBron James passed Kobe Bryant years ago. For several different reasons. And my boy Melvin in the chat right now. My boy Melvin in the chat, he one of the biggest Kobe Bryant fans I know. And Melvin will tell you he think LeBron better than Kobe Bryant. But I mean, you can tell me why you think Kobe better though. But I don't think so. I think LeBron James number 2. That because LeBron played since preschool. Well, that's a testament to greatness though. When you know what I'm saying, if you've been playing, you've been able to play for a long time at a high level. That's a testament to greatness. Jabari, what's going on, man? What's the word, man? I think that's a testament to greatness, though. You could play for a long time at a high level. Kobe shut LeBron down. I never seen it, Big Mike. In fact, I put up some videos of how LeBron used to be doing Kobe Bryant teams. LeBron 16-6 versus Kobe Bryant teams. 16 wins, 6 losses. My boss from Chicago do have the attitude every day. Now I'm gonna say that too, young Bart. Now I love my city. These moms is not friendly. They're not. They're not. They got they got a little chip on their shoulder and got a little attitude. That's why I don't like Chicago Negroes like that. I don't. Like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta observe, especially Chicago dudes. I gotta observe, and I'm from Chicago, born and raised here. I gotta observe brothers before I kick it with them. I just do not know. I don't trust it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, though. So it's just I love my city to death. That's how you know. What up, Joe? Yeah, see, Mars say Joe. That's when you from Chicago for real. Chatham and South Shore. Yeah, I used to live in Chatham. And my auntie lived in South Shore. My auntie was on 71st and Paxton. You know what I'm saying? I was living in Chatham. All of that. I can't understand why people put LeBron ahead of Kobe, but say MJ is better than LeBron when Kobe plays the exact same way as MJ. Well, playing style does not mean they have the same accolades, Big Mike. They have the same playing style, but Kobe was not as dominant as Michael Jordan. He was not. He got 5 championships, true. But again, who was the finals MVP in them first 3? You know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan got 5 league MVPs. Kobe Bryant got 1. Michael Jordan was shooting 48-50% in 03 from the field. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Kobe was never that efficient of a scorer. He was nowhere near as efficient of a scorer as Michael Jordan was. So that's why. That's why I say that. They have similar playing because Kobe mimicked all of Michael Jordan's moves. He wanted to play just like he idolized Mike. Kobe wanted to walk, talk, chew gum like Mike. Right, okay. Now, if you give Kobe that 2, he got 2 MVPs compared to Mike 5. LeBron got 4 league MVPs, Big Mike. 4 times the league say, damn, dude playing the best basketball out of everybody. So if you give Kobe that 1 with the Nash, that's 2. So, Jay, you're right. When you refer to crackheads as hypes, and that what? Jay, hold on, I gotta write that one down, brother. I gotta write that one down, right? Because we definitely call them hypes now. You know what I'm saying? Kobe was small hand. Yeah, I don't like, I think they had similar playing styles, but he was not as dominant as Michael Jordan was. No. And I think people think that because they had similar playing styles that they mean they were just as dominant. Because a guy can play like another guy and have similar movements, but you still, the accolades matter in a conversation of dominance. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Mike was shooting 48-50%, and when he came back at 40, you know what I mean? Like that's something different. He was Mike was a very efficient player, very efficient. What I about to say? We say goofy. Oh, hold on, Jay. That's another thing from Chicago. Like, if a person call you a goofy in Chicago, that's fighting words. They calling somebody a B. Nah, Big Mike. Bron played defense now. I don't think you remember LeBron early years in his career. LeBron was 5-time first team all defense. Young LeBron James, 5-time first team all defense. The age that Jokic is now, LeBron for 5 years in a row was first team all defense. You know what I'm saying? He might not have been playing it in the All-Star game. As LeBron got older, he stopped playing defense as much. Because I think he had at that point, I think I want to say in the middle, I want to say in the middle of that second Cavaliers run, his defense started to wane. And that's really because he had a lot of responsibility offensively, I feel like. And because especially when Kyrie left, it was over with. It's over with. Back in the early 80s, oh man, if you ain't never watched Walla Cam, hold on, bro. Hold on. Y'all making me hold on, G. Walla Cam with the footworking videos. If you don't remember the dance teams like Final Phase back in the day, that's when you from Chicago for real. Remember the dance teams, Final Phase and all of that? They used to have dance teams. You feel me? Hold on. The footworking videos. Hold on. Why would you be footworking before school? Woofing. I was saying you woofing. Hey, the Pope, Rose Bottom. You remember the Pope? Wow, the Pope was famous. In elementary, like they was booking the Pope. I ain't even hating on him. He was getting all type of bookings. Like, for he was doing bookings at the damn the Paul Hall, bookings at the damn Mr. G's, bookings at the rink. They was booking him for birthday parties, and he couldn't sing, but he would just be singing and twerking and hip rolling and all of that. Not twerking, but hip rolling and all of that. Yeah, not tweaking. Yeah, that's a Chicago. You tweaking? Chicago. You remember the Pope? The dude used to be, they called him the Pope. It was a it's a black dude. He used to be footworking and hip rolling. This back in the day when all the little tough ass hood dudes used to be hip rolling with a t-shirt in their mouth, with their t-shirt in. Hey, I be laughing because a lot of the dudes they used to be hip rolling with a t-shirt in their mouth now. Now they be on that. Now they all got guns. Good Lord. On baby, on my mama, Joe. On my mama. For real. For real. On my mama, Joe. That's definitely how we used to be talking. What? Come on, shorty. What? I remember, but yeah, so it is like, man, when he said when you call a crackhead a hype, that is that's Chicago for real. Calling them a hype or a cluck. Cluck or a hype. That is Chicago. I'll go write that down. Hey, I'm gonna make a regular video out of this one. Talk about when I used to, you ain't never seen me hip roll, Mark. I ain't even know how to do that. Them balls in there freaky as ever. Boy, hip rolling with a Melvin know this. Hey, when we was at Mississippi Valley State, one of the homies from Chicago, he was from out west too. He used to be in a party hip rolling down there, down south when we got in there, because that was the thing to do in Chicago. He used to be up in there hip rolling and all of that, bringing that Chicago stuff down south. Boy, but they were saying bust down. Remember, right? Bust down was the word. That's why when Blueface said bust down, Tatiana, I want to see you bust down. I said, this man really made a song using Chicago lingo in his hook, because bust down was a word for a promiscuous girl before the word thought. And Tatiana, that came from P. Rico. P. Rico was saying that in the song Hang With Me. When Hang With Me came out, the Chicago radio was going crazy. All that, yeah. P. Rico. And that really Chicago stuff, man, for real. Calling somebody a ski. Hey, man, I remember we used to be we used to be all in front of school. Or after school must be footworking outside of the school at Morgan Park. Oh man. Man, I remember they had a song dissing K-Swiss. This one K-Swiss became unpopular in Chicago. They had a little juke song, juke mix. All ish. Look at that. Look at that it. That is got on K-Swiss. Mom was talking about how they had a song clowning K-Swiss. That's why people stopped wearing K-Swiss in Chicago, because that song came out. Talking about folks that wear K-Swiss shoes. Yeah, K-Swiss was the shoes at first, and they made it unpopular. Yeah, the street talk on that car. Which part of the city sounds more country? South side or west side? I don't know. That's a great question. But fun fact though, when black folks used to migrate to Chicago from the South, they would always go out west first. My people that came from Mississippi, they went out west first and then went to the South Side a couple of years after that, right? So I don't know. And people thought Crucial Conflict, people thought they was from the South when they heard hey and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Smoking on hey, hey, in the middle of the barn. They West Side Chicago. People thought they was some country boys from down south. So I don't know though. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It all depends. Because I can sound country to people when I talk. You feel me? But because my grandma's fresh from straight out of Mississippi. So yeah. Right. People thought Crucial Conflict was from down south. But they West Side Chicago. A lot of people still think they from down south somewhere. Loud or squares. Oh man, you get on that red line. Loud. Good loud. Squares. CDs, DVDs. Socks. They say many blacks from the north side moved to the south side. That like north side of Chicago moved to the south side of Chicago? Probably so. You said people from the north, or you saying from the north side? I'm only having fun with y'all, boy. Golly, I'm only having fun with y'all. North side of Chicago. Okay, got you. North side is from segregation time. It's here. Where you from, Zeth? But yeah, man, y'all had me really thinking about, man. All right. Now somebody tell you, hey, check it out, bro. Hey, check it out. Do not come check it out. That is a threat in Chicago. Hey, check it out, bro. Come check it out. That is a threat. Your video about LeBron playing 5 years is realistic. Yeah, it probably is. But I said it because I like people hate LeBron James. I said I hope he play. Bron be doing stuff on purpose because he know people gonna be mad at it. You can't tell me LeBron be doing stuff on purpose to make people mad. Like literally. Cause he know they gonna get mad at it. And I think he like making people mad for real. So I think he intentionally be doing stuff. Like he gonna intentionally act like he gonna retire and play that he like 45 like Tom Brady. He gonna be like, I'm about to go. I'm thinking about checking it out. I'm thinking about checking out of the game. I'm about to go and then play the E45. Just to make people mad. He's gonna do that. Like he strikes me as a person that does those things to make people mad. Just because he know they gonna feel away, he gonna be like, I'm finna act like I'm finna be around for centuries. Just to get them mad and it be what it be. That's what he gonna do. That's exactly what he gonna do, man. Bron's like Jay-Z. They love to make people angry. Yeah, they do. Jay, you right. Jay like to make people mad too. He do. Jay loves to make people upset. Bron like that too. He like to get people mad just so they can get upset. And they be like, cause he know they gonna be on these shows. Oh, they gonna be going crazy. And I think he relishes in making people upset for real. Like, I got him. Man. As much as I used to haul freight up there, I won't waste it on the big windies to live there. You can keep it. Why? It's too cold for you, Kelvin? Said Chicago got the finest black women. We got some nice looking women here for sure. For sure. That's a fact. That is a fact. You got some nice looking women here for sure. You say it's too cold, Kelvin, up here? He said, come to the South. Man, I was in the South for for college and for grad school. Chicago, yeah. Chicago women are aggressive. Chicago people are aggressive. Chicago women are aggressive. Are you naming the corn star? I know that name, brother. I didn't never know she from Chicago, if that's the case. Nah, I didn't know she from Chicago. Now look, now Tank fight, but what's her name possibly canceled? She born in Crest, Illinois. Crest? I never heard of Crest, Illinois. I can't remember the street's name from up north that way. My mother was born in Alabama, migrated to Chicago on the north side. Got you. Got you. Got you, man. But yeah. But hey y'all, I'm about to get off here real quick. And I'm about to eat something real quick. I gotta go get my daughter in a few, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all in a minute. I'm gonna holler at y'all later on though. I appreciate y'all locking in with me right now. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Peace.